Well, joining us now to discuss this further is the chairman of Nigerian Bar Association Section on Public Interest and Development Law, Barrister Ubani. Well, thank you for joining us on the news. Now, what do you make of the court's judgment now, especially if one considers how long the case has been in court for?
Well, as you rightly pointed out, everyone knows the trajectory of this particular matter. Remember, there was a time Maina was cleared even by the federal government and restored to the public service. After some time, they came up again that he has a case to answer, and he took off. He went abroad. He was on the road. But eventually, I think they caught him at that time and brought him back, and then he was granted bail. And then there was one of the senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that stood surety for him, after which he bolted away again and put the senator into a big trouble. And then while the matter was still pending, while the senator was being asked to produce him, we got the news that he has been arrested and then brought back to the country. And I don't think that he was granted any further bail. And then the trial now continued. And we've been following the particular trial with the seriousness that was given to it by the learned justice of the Federal High Court, and that is Justice Ubani. And then we have heard today that he has eventually been convicted of the 12-count charge and then sentenced to several years imprisonment, but they are to run concurrently. Totally, I mean, he's going to spend 8 years maximum in court and in custody. And that is what happened today. So it's clearly a long one, but which has ended now positively in favor of EFCC. And people will say kudos to EFCC for pulling this through, because the allegation has always been that EFCC always have not been able to convict most of these big politicians who have actually dipped their hand in our treasury. And so this is a big one, and I can assure you that there will be dancing and clapping and singing in EFCC Center today for this particular conviction.
Now, Barrister, while it is expected that Maina would appeal the court judgment, do you think issues bordering on technicality could change the whole judicial process?
I don't know what technicality that will come up with this particular matter. I don't think there was any judge that was replaced. I don't think there is any technicality from all the proceedings that I have followed up, concerning this particular case. Now, even from the evidence that was adduced and which the judge alluded to in the judgment, I hear that, look, this man used some of his family's members in order to put money in an account, and this was hidden. And he did not in any way disclose this amount to those people that he used their names in order to hide those monies. And then eventually they found several millions of naira. In one account was 1.something billion, in another account was 300 million, and another account was at that 200 million. These are sums of money that he, as a civil servant, even for 100 years couldn't have earned. Probably couldn't even give a due account of it. And so I think that a thorough job was done in the prosecution of Maina, from what I have just listened and heard on the news, and I have also followed this proceeding. So I don't know the kind of technicality that will come up now to overturn this particular judgment. And mind you, when you make reference to technicality, even in Oji's case, that case has not been finally disposed of. It's still on appeal. So we need to follow all these things until the Supreme Court says the final judgment on any matter that any person has been exculpated technically. So I don't think there will be any technical issue in this particular judgment. But if there is any, we also follow the process and proceeding and see what the jurisprudence will be at the end of the day.
Well, Chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association Section on Public Interest and Development Law, Barrister Ubani, thank you for your contribution.